Hello, this is the November 2012 video edition of the Iowa General Fund Monthly Revenue Memo. My name is Jeff Robinson, Senior Fiscal Analyst for the Iowa Legislative Services Agency, the nonpartisan support agency of the Iowa Legislature. This video will cover Iowa net general fund revenue for the first 5 months of cash fiscal year 2013. Over the months of July through November, Iowa net general fund revenue increased $230.9 million, up a significant 9.8% compared to the same 5 months last year, a percentage change that is down slightly from the year-to-date value at the end of October. The month of November produced $45.5 million in net general fund revenue growth, making the growth over the past 2 months alone more than $100 million. So far, the fiscal year has produced solid gross receipts growth, supplemented by a substantial reduction in tax refunds issued. Let's now have a look at the good news and the accompanying caveats that temper that news. For the following charts, the underlying numbers have not been adjusted for any calendar or processing issues. Revenue increase months are colored blue, decrease months are red. Net general fund revenue has increased 11 of the past 12 months, with revenue increasing at an average monthly rate of $50 million per month over the past 6 months. Individual income tax revenue is the largest source of general fund revenue, and that revenue source has increased in each of the past 6 months, averaging 6.8% over that period. This is a good economic sign for the Iowa economy, since all else being equal, higher income taxes generally mean higher incomes. Sales and use tax revenue has shown a similar pattern to individual income tax, although sales and use tax did decline in November, only the second decline in the past year. With the November decline, the 6-month rate of growth is now in a more normal 3.6% range. Corporate tax growth has been significant for 19 months, although it did post a slight negative in November. Although, as I will discuss in the tax refunds portion, corporate refund decreases more than offset the small gross receipt decline. The most recent 6 months have produced 29.4% gross corporate revenue growth. Tax refunds issued in November took a sharp decline compared to November 2011, and the decline was concentrated in corporate tax refunds. Of the $35.7 million November refund decline, $28 million is traced to reduced corporate tax refunds. A word of caution, however, refunds, particularly corporate refunds, are very volatile month to month, and a large decrease one month can be quickly offset by an increase the next. As shown on this graph of annual net corporate tax receipts, meaning gross deposits minus refunds issued, net corporate income tax revenue has been on an astonishing run over the past year and a half, and now stands at $471 million for the past year, well above any previous record high. As fiscal year 2013 moves into December, Iowa net revenue for the cash year is above the current projection for the fiscal year. As I discussed last month, the projection assumes current law, and current law calls for more federal income tax for Iowans to deduct from their state income tax beginning in January. This will decrease state income tax receipts. Year-to-date, Iowa revenue is well poised to handle the potential direct and indirect revenue impacts of congressional action or inaction. The one caveat to consider is the role reduced refunds have played in the year-to-date net dollar growth of $230.9 million. Of that amount, almost 25% is due to decreased refunds, and refunds are down almost 30% since the end of June. Going forward, it seems unlikely that refunds will end the year down 30%. So refunds will likely not continue to provide the same level of net revenue boost going forward. In summary, the first 5 months of cash fiscal year 2013 have shown very good growth on a cash basis at 9.8% year over year. Due to what will likely be a reduced role of tax refunds in growth going forward, and due to the potential impact of higher federal taxes, the 9.8% growth can be expected to fade going forward, absent a noticeable uptick in hiring. I thank you for your time and your interest in Iowa General Fund revenue. Goodbye, have a great holiday season, and please check out the next monthly video memo in early 2013.